Howdy, neighbors. Thought I'd give you a quick update on the upgrades that are going on. Okay, a bunch of stuff I've done is I've never had the real opportunity to go through and tear out all the wiring from previous people's stuff underneath here. So I have been able to do that, and I've rewired some stuff and cut out a whole bunch of other stuff. I've ripped out all the carpeting and insulation because I'm waiting on some matting. It's high-tech insulation that you stick on, and it's also sound deadener. So I'm going to cover the whole front end, the whole floor and the front end of the van, stick it up inside the doors, and wrap the doghouse, the wheel wells, everything. So that should quiet this whole front end down hugely. I rerouted my CB radio and everything to do with it, put it up here, and then I'm putting in a new set of gauges, and what I'll end up with is, if everything goes the way it should, one is the battery, the other is the radiator temperature. We have a sensor, and we zip tied it to the radiator in a spot that hopefully will give an okay reading. And then the third one is going to be for the new transmission cooler. That arrived, and this is it right here. So we're going to mount this underneath and reroute from the bottom of the radiator to there. It has a relay, and it turns itself on and off. I've got an inline temperature gauge that opens and closes. And then I rerouted the wiring and everything for my power station, upgraded all of it. So it has, hey, get your butt down here. It's back up doing its thing. And I charge my, it's got the USBs, and then I run my fan off of it, this guy. But I keep my tablet and everything charged through that. Let's see. I'm also waiting on a new battery, and that'll be coming. That's going to keep me here an extra few days because it's going to take a couple extra days to get here. To replace my VMAX tank, which is my solar battery. That's 155 amp hour, and I've been using it 3 years now. I've got to get more bolts. I'm going to put nicer, cleaner bolts on the back of here. And then I got to put my license plate back on it. So that's getting done. And I'm waiting on the new fan to show up. It might not be here till Thursday. The new alternator's in and working beautifully. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get the tranny cooler installed someplace and work on getting all that done. At the same time, I've been underneath cleaning crud off the transmission, because once I get the fan back in here and I can drive it again without worrying about it overheating, even though I know dang good and well I can run it over to the shops. But I'm taking out my old Flowmaster 40 muffler, and I'm having another one installed because I've always liked the sound of it. And then it's going to go to transmission shop that Steve has used for years, and they're going to my tranny pan is leaking, so they're going to clean that, clean the filter, change everything, check whatever needs to be checked. And then so underneath this thing at this point, I'm pretty sure, other than a brand new rear end, but the rear end has all new bearings, all new seals, all new brakes, all new wheel cylinders. The rubber is less than a year old. The front has all new wheel seals, all new wheel bearings. The brakes are in excellent shape, so I didn't replace them. The rubber there is less than 6 months old. The engine has new alternator, water pump, fuel pump, carburetor, radiator. It'll have a new radiator fan. It'll have an engine cooler on it. A transmission cooler in it. Transmission will be completely serviced. So basically everything mechanical and electrical will have been gone through at this point. I have the new windshield and all that, new windshield gaskets. I still haven't gotten the new rubber and the new fingers for the windows and doors yet. I got to get new window and door gaskets. I'll have to look for them. Seriously. Oh, God. I gotta put a piece of tape on that one till I get new ones. So, yeah. Basically, yeah. Once I get the old sled finished, this will be hopefully absolutely able to go anywhere, anytime, any place, and I shouldn't have to worry. Oh yeah, the new steering box. Oh my gosh, that's working so beautifully. Oh man, I drove from Bakersfield, where Vicky and I were camped, to my sister's in Orange, and I turned the fan on once going up near the top of the Grapevine, but coming through LA and all the nasty roads and all the construction and the potholes and everything, when I got to my sister's, it was like, I just went for a drive. Compared to the first time I went down, and it felt like I'd, been arm wrestling a bear the whole way. Let's see, what else? New Battleborn battery on its way. Fridge is working good. I gotta sort through all this stuff. Oh yeah, I gotta get new seat covers. I've got to return an alternator. Found out why that one might not have been working. The shaft is bent where the pulley goes on. That's why it kept throwing belts. A chunk of this goes back in and a chunk of this doesn't. Got to lighten the load on this little sled. And hopefully I'll be able to do it pretty soon. I'm not going to need to carry all the tools I've been carrying. So anyway, let me turn out my lights. turn on my red lights up front. I have red lights up underneath the dash, and then all the gauges are lit, of course. The reason I do that is because at night you can still see everything. Anything on the floor, anything around you, anything in the cab, and you don't end up with night blindness. It's an old truck driving thing that I learned decades ago. Okay, well, I know it's boring for anybody who's, not into this stuff. But for those of you that say get a new ProMaster, blah blah blah, I just can't bring myself to even think about doing something like that. I'm not spending that kind of money on something like that. I mean, seriously, I really don't have that much money into this. It's been frustrating because I haven't had the money to do what I'm doing right now. And so being able to do what I'm doing right now and put the money into it, just, I've always wanted to do that. Okay, get on Amazon or get on the internet, order it, have it brought here. And Steve's helping me get it done. And Paul. And he'll be back tomorrow too, so he'll probably help me by running me around picking up stuff. Anyway, it looks like I'm going to be here at least another week. Dang nabbit. Hope you all have a good Sunday. Miss you, Vicky, and Miss Chloe. Later.